All right, I'm getting some pop-ups about my speaker having a problem, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Yes, you guys can hear me? Okay, I don't know, maybe the recording, the speaker, the volume will be weird, but I hope not. Okay, welcome everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy November 18th. Holy moly, how is Thanksgiving already next week? Like, what the heck? So excited to be tuning in. I'm actually up in Canada right now, but working virtually. You can plug into your office anywhere, which is a perk, right? Super excited to share with you guys, but also have our guest speakers share. We have an awesome lineup, and the cool part about kind of this coach panel tonight is we have coaches sharing kind of like from all different facets of the business. We just thought it'd be cool to have like a really fast-paced team call. We can touch on a whole bunch of different subjects, give you guys some information. And you guys can just run with it. So my name's Carly. I'm the CEO and founder of Team Root to Rise. I co-host these team calls with Cassie, and she's the CEO and founder of Team Gratefully Fit. I'm going to be running the call tonight just because she is actually moving today, and I think she's on this call, but they just got to their new house, and I was like, girl, I got you. So I'm going to run the call. We'll have the guests speak, and then we'll also open it up to question and answers afterwards. But I'm just so excited to be here. I love these team call nights. It's just so nice to be able to see all of your guys' faces, especially like working virtually all the time. But I'm going to actually share my screen. I did something a little bit differently tonight. I'm going to recognize all the Success Club / life changers of this month so far, team builders, any rank advancements that have happened this week. And I just kind of really want to shout out the coaches who are doing the work, making things happen, staying in phase 1 of this business, which again is always Success Club, and adding new coaches to this team, because A, we help people, and B, we help other people help people, right? That's how we make an impact. So I really just want to make sure we focus on that. So I'm going to share my screen really quickly. I'm really proud of this, guys. So hopefully you like it. Okay, so for Success Club on this board, so this is my team and Cassie's team together. At the top of the list, absolutely crushing it. So I have me at SC42, Cassie at SC14, Leanna at SC14, Rachel Trent at SC10. If I pronounce any of your guys' names wrong, I'm very, very sorry. I'll do my best. Jordan Baumann, SC10, Gina Finaro, SC10. And guys, she just got married, planned a wedding, and spent a week in, I don't even know where in the Caribbean. And she's still at the freaking top of this leaderboard. Like, she's still crushing it, and she has a billion of what things going on. Megan Leslie, SC10, Vlada Popova, SC6, Cassidy Miller, SC6, Amanda McLynn, SC6, Kayla Skoron, SC6, Apples or Apollonia, SC6, Angie Golla, SC6, Kylie Tolsma, SC6, and Tegan Coley, SC6. Tegan is a new coach as of a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. Absolutely crushing it. And then I'm just recognizing the person besides Cassie and I who are at the top of that list with a little picture. So Leanna, there is your beautiful face. Congratulations, girl. If you know any of these names, guys, make sure that you shout them out. I'm not going to read all of the team builders because it is a really long list, but I'll do maybe like the top 5, let's say. But in 18 days, we've had 61 new members to Team Gratefully Fit and Team Root to Rise together. So way to freaking go, guys. The first board was A, about helping people, and the second board is B, about people helping other people and teaching them how to help others, right? So these are the core focuses of our business. If you're not on these boards, get on these boards. And again, you can get on these boards by editing the file in the document inside each of our team pages. It's always called just like the Life Changers document or whatever. You just click on File section of either of the team pages, and then you just write your name in there with your Success Club points and the amount of new coaches that you've added to the team. So at the top of this list, I have myself, 14 new coaches, Cassie at 5 new coaches, Jordan Baumann at 5 new coaches, Leanna Swords 4 new coaches, Rachel Trent, 3 new coaches, Apples at 3 new coaches, and Gina at 3 new coaches, and Amanda McLynn at 3 new coaches. So way to freaking go, guys. Look at all those new people that we get to teach how to do what we do. Next up is rank advancers, which is another super important part of this business. I just want to shout you guys out because you're amazing. You're making an impact on not only your own team's lives, but you're also helping your own coaches advance their businesses as well. If any of you guys are on the verge of Emerald, make it freaking happen. Emerald can happen in 30 minutes. Stop giving excuses. This business will work as long as you do the work. And I want to shout out these girls because they're doing the work. So Desta, way to freaking go, girl. Congratulations on hitting Emerald last Thursday, freaking crushing it. And I know she was on like a 2-week road trip and still hit Emerald. So 100% possible. Alexandra Burst. Also, this like graphic is just making me so happy. And that yoga pose, like, can we be friends? Way to freaking go, Alexandra from Team Wholehearted. Freaking crushing it, girl. Emerald Coach Amanda. Way to freaking go. Vlada. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name, girlfriend. Hopefully. Emerald Coach. Way to go. Awesome job. Becca. Emerald Coach as well. And then the last thing that I just wanted to touch on before I'll introduce our team call is just things to remember, guys. So Transform 20, it launches December 4th. Marketing plan should be happening now. Getting ready to get people excited about, you know, a Shanti program is 20 minutes a day. There's no weights required. All you need is a step. There's more trainings on Transform 20. In the Beachbody Champions page. So if you go on Facebook, there's actually a separate training. There's a Facebook page called Beachbody Champions. If you're not in it yet, all you have to do is request to join and corporate will approve you. But there's a live training in there at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, specifically on Transform 20. So if you have questions, dive into that training before you reach out to your upline, because I'm sure they're going to talk about all the details about probably like what you're wondering. So those are things to remember. Again, challenge packs are $20 off. Are you looking for Todd? Yeah. He went upstairs. Challenge packs are $20 off until the end of the month. So they're $140. Guys, I think I've sent like over 500 follow-ups this month to people. Anybody who's ever given me like a money hesitation, I've been like, hey girl, like now's the time. It's $20 off, literally $140 to absolutely change your life. Like so easy, right? And then just a really quick reminder, I just want to like spend maybe 2 or 3 minutes on this. And then maybe I'll stop sharing my screen. Actually, no, I can't. So, I just want to remind you guys that like what you choose to do now, these last 2 months of the year, I get that people are traveling. I get that this is the time when people are like, oh, I'll just wait till the new year to hit my goals. Or, you know, it'll be easier in January when people actually want to work out and like, you know, start a new fitness routine. But I want to really challenge you guys that like what you do now is going to set the pace for 2019. So if you're thinking about like just coasting through the end of November or just coasting through December because it's hard, remember nothing is hard unless you make it hard. You get to choose whether things are hard or easy in your life. Do not coast through these last 2 months. What you do in November, what you do next month in December will literally set the pace, the tone for not only your own business, but your entire team's business. So choose wisely whether you're going to hit Success Club or not, whether you're going to add coaches to your team or not, whether you're going to rank advance your business or not. Like these are the times when it's time to like freaking push the pedal to the metal and make those freaking goals that you set for yourself back last January. Make them happen, guys. Don't wait to set a New Year's resolution. It's time to push now. CEOs do not coast at the end of the year. Big businesses, they push till the very end of the year to hit those goals. So reassess. And if you're thinking about coasting, I would readjust your attitude ASAP because we all want to act like CEOs here, right? Okay, so with that being said, I am so excited to announce this team call. So I reached out to these three coaches, and I'm super excited again for them to share with you guys because they're all talking about totally different things, but they are all crushing it at these different things. So first up, we have Jordan. She's been a coach for a little over a year. She actually just hit Success Club for the 12th month in a row. So she knows how to hit SC, but she's going to specifically talk about time management tonight because you guys, she's a full-time student studying kinesiology. She runs fitness boot camps at Fit Body. Is it Fit Body Boot Camp or something? So she's a personal or a fitness instructor there. And she also crushes this business. She's a diamond coach. She's at SC10. She's recruited 5 coaches this month. And she gets her shit done. And she's amazing at this business. And she's probably one of the busiest people that I know. So she's going to dive into time management and reach outs. I got to spend some time with Jordan on our team retreat in August, and she's just freaking amazing. Oh, and she's also planning a wedding. So if any of you guys think that you're busy and you can't make this business work, it's 100% an excuse. And Jordan is literally proof that anybody can make this happen. And then Angie is going to talk about Instagram stories because if you guys don't follow her, you should. It's Angie Golla, Golla. So go give her a follow and stalk her Instagram stories. She's really good at speaking into the camera. One of my biggest pet peeves is when people talk really softly and you can't really hear them on their stories. And Angie she's in front of the camera. She captivates her audience. She's really good at using gifts in her stories, text in her stories, creating like an engaging story, enrolling into a boot camp, talking about, how many spots are left. I'm sure she's going to dive into this, so I don't want to steal your thunder, but she's amazing with that marketing. So I'm going to let her dive into that. And then Cassidy is just going to bring it back to the basics because she's another one of the busiest people, both Cassie and I know. So Cassidy is going to dive into just how to hit Success Club, which is the bread and butter of her business, guys. So if you're not hitting SC, you can't expect your business to grow. So with that, I'm going to stop the share on this guy. I'm going to find Jordan in here. Oh, wait, I see you. You're on the first page. 56 people. Woohoo! Okay, I'm going to unmute Jordan. And then Jordan, once you're done, let's have Angie go. And then once Angie's done, let's have Cassidy go. And then we'll open it up at the end for any questions. So as the speakers are presenting, guys, maybe just jot down questions if you think of them. And then we can go back at the end for question and answer. Okay, thanks for listening to me. I'll shut up. Jordan, go for it.
Hi guys, you can hear me? Good? Yes? Awesome, thanks. Okay, if it looks like I'm in a 16-year-old's room, it's because I am. I'm at my dad's house. This is my 16-year-old sister's room. So, hi. So yeah, like Harley said, I'm a diamond coach on Team Root to Rise, and I've been a coach for a little bit over a year. And for about the first year, a little less than a year of running my business, I really just kind of, I hit Success Club, but I was just kind of like gliding by, like coasting through on the basics, coaching when I had time, wasn't really making it like a huge priority because I was like, I'm busy, I have all this stuff going on. So like she said, I am a full-time student. I'm studying kinesiology. And I'm a junior, so I'm a full-time student. My class load just got heavier this semester, so it's been like a struggle to figure out how to balance that. And then I'm a personal trainer at Fit Body Boot Camp, so my schedule during the day, I'm just going to kind of lay it out for you. I go to school at about 10 in the morning, and I stay at school till about 4, and in that time, I'm normally taking classes or studying for my tests or doing homework. So from like 10 to 4, I'm at school. From 4 to 9 p.m. in the evening, I am at work coaching people in my boot camp. So like this is a real physical boot camp, Fit Body Boot Camp. So from my time schedule from about 10 in the morning to 9 in the evening is completely booked. It's completely blocked out. So for the first about year of my business, I really was just fitting in coaching whenever I felt like I had the time. I was like, I don't think I have time to work my business today. Or if I had like an extra hour, I would be, scrolling on Instagram or doing, all sorts of random things. But what I found was like, I really wasn't doing the core business building activities when I needed to. And so over these past few months, I really kind of got down to it. And I realized like, I'd never really gotten that much farther above Success Club 6. And if I want to build this business to be full-time, which is my end goal, I really do want to become a full-time coach. I was like, Jordan, you're going to have to step it up. You're going to have to make this business like a priority and not just like a whenever you feel like it kind of thing. So I sat back and I reevaluated and I really dove into my goals. So the first thing I did when I was like talking about redoing my time management, figuring out like what I was going to do, is I went into my goals hardcore and I was like, what do you want out of this business? And from there, I came up with a non-negotiable. I came up with like my non-negotiable. This is how much time I'm going to work every day. This is the numbers that I'm going to like aim to hit by the end of the month. And I really like decided that this business was going to be my priority. I was going to make it a priority, not just make it like a whenever I had time kind of thing. So basically, I'm just going to tell you exactly how I work my business now. So basically the night before, pretty much every day, I work it kind of day to day because my schedule does change a little bit. It's a little wobbly in there depending on my class times and stuff like that. So the first thing I do is the night before, I will always get out my notebook and I'll write down my action items for the next day. So if somebody emailed me at like 10 o'clock that night and was like, hey girl, I want to sign up for your boot camp, they're going to go number 1 on my list because I'm not going to respond to somebody at 10 o'clock at night when I'm like, trying to go to bed, get prepared for the next day, because that's like my time. So I always just write down the most important action items for the next day. If there's anything I need to remember, if there's anything I need to work on right away. And so from there, I started going to bed at 11 o'clock at night, which was huge for me. I would stay up really, really late because I get off work late. I get off work at 9. I would stay up till midnight or beyond and then sleep later in the next morning. And then I would just not have time to work my business. So I started setting a set schedule for myself. I was like, I'm going to go to bed at 11 every single night. From there, when I wake up, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, pretty much every single day. Sometimes, it slinks to like 5:30 or something if it's really hard for me to get out of bed. But I've started making myself get up at 5 o'clock every single morning. And I'm going to give you guys like my lifeline, the tip that has made it the easiest for me to get out of bed, because there's been times my whole life, basically, I said, I want to get up early. I want to be productive. I want to get stuff done. And I just have not been able to get out of bed. I just could not force myself to get up out of bed. Like, I would have all the intention, and then the alarm would go off and I would shut it off and go to sleep. I would and then wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning and be like, damn, I missed it. Like, why didn't I get up? It's so much regret. So seriously, and this is going to sound so stupid, I got the app called Alarmy. It's alarm with a Y on the end. You can get it for free or the pro version. But like, guys, changed my life. It makes you do like math problems or, a memorized game or something. You can like change the things on it. It is the only thing that's gotten me out of bed. And I know it's not coaching specific, but that is the lifesaver, the thing that has gotten me up at 5 o'clock in the morning consistently for the past 2 months has been the app Alarmy. So like, go download it now because it's amazing. That's what definitely changed the way I did my time management. So now I am waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I see all of you guys in the comments being like, yes, I can't wake up. That changed the game for me. So yeah, I've written out these action items already. I've woken up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So now that I'm up, I got up. The first thing I will do when I sit down and I'm like getting ready to work, I'll do like my Bible study and everything. But then after that, it's like go time. I will write out my goals. I will write out my goals like every single morning on a piece of paper. So before I'm even working my business, I write out my goals and I'm like, this is the end game. This is what I'm working towards. I'm not getting distracted. I'm not scrolling on Instagram, because writing out your goals just kind of instills that fire in you once again. Even if it's 5 o'clock in the morning and you're dead ass tired, if you write your goals, you're going to be like, okay, yes, this is why I'm doing this. This is why I need to focus. So write out my goals. Then I'll do my personal development, do Bible study, whatever I do like that. I will get my workout done. And then, so by that time it's about 7, maybe, by the time my personal development, writing stuff out, getting workout done, getting some stuff done.
Is it chicken duty? Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to keep talking. Hopefully they'll go back on mute. But so workout. And so then from about 8:30 in the morning, I take a break. 8:30 in the morning to about 10, so that's an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I am focused on my business. It's like my non-negotiable time. Every single morning, I block it out. Nothing can come into that time. It's just mine. If something else needs me, appointments, things like that, I schedule 8:30 to 10. Is the only time that I have to really, really set and focus on my business. So once I get into my business, I'm just going to tell you, because I told you before, I was getting stuck on things that weren't moving my business forward when I would sit down to work my business. So doing things like scrolling on Instagram, making lots of Instagram posts, or making new stories. And I wouldn't actually sit down and do things that were being productive. So these are the the business building actions that have taken me to the next level, that I've really sat down to implement every single day in this order. So the first thing I do when I sit down is make sure that if I have any signups or any people that need new challenger emails, I'll do those right away so I don't forget about them and send them just they get lost and then it takes longer. So any new signups, any new challenger emails. From there, I will check in with my challenge groups, because I've already done my sweaty, or I've already worked out, so I'm taking my sweaty selfie. Then I'll sit down, check in with my challenge groups, make sure my calendars are good. Okay. Then after that, I will respond to any DMs. I'm not somebody who lets my DMs go for 2 or 3 days. I've talked about this in Carly's page, but if you want results, if you want to see people that actually want to be a part of your team, or people that want to work with you, if you leave them go for a day, 2 days, 3 days, they're going to seem unimportant. So I always answer all of my DMs the first thing. So yeah, at least once a day, like Cassie said, at least once a day, answer those DMs. I'm normally in my DMs 2 or 3 times a day. So respond to all my DMs. From there, I'll reach out to all my new followers, any people that are on my posts. And if I've been reaching out to people or talking to people, I'll go ahead and send them an invite. So these are the business building activities, right? I've responded to all my conversations, the ones I'm actively having with people. I will reach out to all my new followers that are whether I've gotten them overnight or maybe I missed a day on reaching out to followers, I'll go back and reach out to them. And people that are liking my posts or interacting with my stories. So I'm always finding people to interact with every single day. And I've talked in some areas about TeamZ. I use that for my follow-ups. And not everybody uses it, and you don't need TeamZ to like be really successful. But TeamZ is the app that I use to really lock down my follow-ups and know who I need to follow up with on what day. So if you want to check it out, it's team with a ZY at the end.com. And it's changed the way that I do my follow-ups really because it lets me schedule when I talk to certain people so I don't forget people and people slip through the cracks. So that's been really important to me. So after I've reached out to everybody, I'll go through, use TeamZ for follow-ups. I'll do all my follow-ups. And very last, I'll do my Instagram content because maybe, like I run out of time and it's time for me to go to school and I've only gotten through like doing my follow-ups or whatever. I can create Instagram content, in a class break, or I can create Instagram content. Like, yes, being on Instagram is so, so crucial. And if you've looked at mine, I've really, really upped my Instagram game lately. And that's like made a huge impact in my business. But it's not a prime business building activity for me. Getting conversations in, talking to people, communicating and having that connection is way more important than me putting out an Instagram post. And I know that I'll get it done sometime during the day. So it doesn't go on my priority list. Making sure I'm having conversations and connections and things that will make me hit Success Club, that is what's been important to me. So Instagram content sometimes happens in my power hour and a half or 2 hours, but sometimes it happens if I got out of class early or on my lunch break right before I work on, school stuff. So that just kind of depends. But for the most part, yeah, I just do all that. And then if I have an extra break during the day, I'm in my inbox. Like, I never spend time on things that aren't important. So if I have extra time, if I'm, get out of class early, or if my teacher is not talking about something important, like sorry, not sorry, but sometimes they don't talk about important things. So I'm in my inbox or I'm answering messages and stuff like that. Like, not saying that school is not important. If you like school, stay in school. But sometimes I just know that my class isn't going to teach me something that day, or I know that we're going to cover something I already know. So I'll skip, or I'll just work on coaching during that class time, because honestly, this is very important to me. It's my business. So I've just made it a huge priority. And I know that school is really important to a lot of people, but sometimes you just know, when some things have to take priority over others. And I almost always put coaching on the top. So that's what I have on my time management skills. So yeah. Are we going to do questions now or at the end?
Thank you. That was amazing. Yeah, we'll do them at the end. Cool. I just quoted you, and then I did it from JB. I never spend time on things that aren't important. And that's so my mentality too. When I first started this business, I'd be in a line at Starbucks, guys, and it would never cross my mind to just scroll on Instagram. I would be standing in line at Starbucks and I would have 4.5 solid minutes. And I was like, how many reach outs can I get in standing in line at Starbucks? You have to use those little power pockets of time, especially if you're busy. She works freaking so much, and I was working in a bar and I was teaching yoga at gyms and studios, and so I only had these power pockets to pull from. So yeah, spending time on the things that are important. Freaking love it. Okay, Angie, you're up next. Let me unmute you, girl. She's gonna share on Insta stories.
Oh, hey, what's up, you guys? Okay, I'm so freaking excited. You have no idea. So first, I just want to share something that I learned from MF CEO. I'm going to shut this chat box because I get super distracted. And but there's 3 super important words that you want to use when you're using your Instagram stories. Or not when you want to use, but they're actions. And you want to entertain, you want to educate, and you want to execute. So those are 3 things that you want to focus every day when you are on your Instagram story. So I created a couple videos and I'm going to share that with you guys today. So the first one is going to be on 4 major tips that I want to just share, when you're creating Instagram story content. Hold on, uno momento. Oh, hopefully you guys can see my screen here. Okay, well, I am. Oh wait, no, my sharing, resume share. Okay, here we go. Am I on? I think I'm on. Uno momento, let me pull up my chat box here. Yes, almost. Entertain, educate, execute. Can you guys see my screen? Yes. Can someone comment in the box? Yes. Okay, cool. So here I'm going to talk about like location, stickers, not rainbow, but actually there's this really cool trick and it's like showing you how to color coordinate with rainbows. And I'm like super stickler on like making sure that my stories are like colorful and color coordinated and organized, and super intentional. So like when I am on it, and I'll go into that later, like I know what I'm talking about. So something that I made today for you guys. So if you didn't know, you can collect all your Instagram stories like in your photos. So like if you click on last 24 hours, you can go on all the photos that are collected in your Instagram stories, which are in your camera, which you probably should know. And if you don't, then this is something new. So I picked a photo from Summit, and if you aren't going in 2019, Rachel Hollis is going to be there. You need to go. It's going to be amazing. And this will be round 2 in Indianapolis. So the cool thing that I like about this here is that obviously you can move it around, and then if you click on it, you can change the color of it. And then I also love with the Instagram story stickers that are within Instagram, you can change some of their like color. So if you go down here, I picked Savage for some reason because, you know, Savage, freaking Summit. So if you saw that, I changed the color of Savage. And then if you are, something I'd recommend is always tagging your location in your Instagram story so people can find you and that you can make more connections that way. And here I'm like hiding it behind the sticker. Something that's what I've learned in Summit of last year. But in this one, I decided that I don't want to hide it. So I'm just going to show that this is Indianapolis, Indiana. And then my next, you can do your filters, you know, swipe, swipe, swipe. And then this is my really cool tip that I'm going to share with you guys today. I don't normally do this because I like to just like pick the color that's like, so I probably pick what Leanna's wearing right now. And we're all coaches here, by the way. This was at Summit last year. Okay, wait, I'm going to pause. So this is called the rainbow effect. And what you do, I'm going to come back here again. If you didn't know that you can pick, like if you hold on to that purple color and you hold down, the gradient will pop up like here. And so you can pick whether if you want it to be like light or if you want it to be dark. And then now what I'm going to do is I want it to do like a rainbow effect. And you don't need to do the rainbow effect. You could do it like within like pink to the, you know, orange. But like right now, what I'm going to do is all the way go down towards the blue. And so what you do is you have to simultaneously hold on to the button that's on the color and then swipe with the highlighted button. It's kind of hard to explain when like I don't
Hold on,
have it.
I'm going to stop you because I'm literally, my mind is blown. Number 1.
I know, right? Yeah.
Number 2, like hold the phone.
Okay. Let me back up.
Don't be like an Instagram professor. No. Okay. Can you slow down the video? Because what you're explaining, the video is like ahead of you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that made sense when I was like, can you see my video? And people, I didn't see, I guess. So
yeah, no, because it was just going a little bit fast. So can you pause the video that you're playing? Or are you just
where do you want me to pause it?
We'll just go back to what you're talking about because it was a little bit like delayed from like the words that you were saying. Like I was following because it was just a little bit ahead, but.
How about right here? Or wait, no, actually I'm going to come back. So right here.
Yeah, now I think you're in tune with it. It was just like ahead of you because it's Zoom and it lags when you share a screen, but you're good.
Okay, cool. Am I like on, am I in tune? Can you guys like hear me? And
yeah, you're good now because you're explaining the colors and stuff with the text.
Okay, cool. So when you add text to your Instagram story, I didn't get like too particular into this, but like if you see at the very top, it says strong. So you can change the like different fonts. And also if you press A at the very top left of the video, you can see if you click that, that will change like the background color. And I wanted to pick black, but you could literally pick any background color. And if you highlighted it the way that I highlighted it right now, you could change it to like yellow or green or blue. But this thing that, you know, most people don't know about is that if you hold down that, say like the purple button is what I do hold down. So if you're on, hopefully pull up your Instagram and like you're about to post a photo right now. If you hold down on the color purple, the gradient will pop up. So you don't have to highlight the text that you're having or posting, but you can just like test it out. But I'm about to make this like freaking text go rainbow. But basically what you do is you hold down and this will pop up, and you can literally like move your thumb or, you know, whatever color, and then it can go to whatever color you want. And so if you did say like post a photo that was super colorful, you could hold your finger still there, but use your other hand on that bottom right blue dot underneath the letter S, and you drag it. And that's what I'm about to show you right now. I'm shook too. Okay, so here it goes. I'm showing you that you can like show different colors. And then this is going to be rainbow. The last letter isn't ideal because it's green. I would probably change that, but super cool.
It's ahead again. Can you see what you're sharing right now?
Yeah, can you not?
Well, it's like ahead, like it's scrolling through stuff. Like we're on locations right now.
Oh, what? Oh my gosh, I know what you guys are looking at. Okay, this is not what I want you guys to be looking at. Is this what you're looking at?
It was making sense.
Oh, well, thank the Lord. Okay. That's so funny. Okay. So now you can see I'm at the beginning, right? I'm on video. Now I'm on my photos, and now I'm clicking up. Okay, cool. So now do you guys see like the gradient and the letters?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So hold down to purple, and then you can go up and down, change the color of the, you know, if you want it light, if you want it dark, and then that way. Okay, wait, let me explain that again. I'm going to go really long on this. Hopefully I can just speed it up after this. But basically what you do is you're using two thumbs. And I can make a video of it. I can have Tim take a video of me doing it on my phone. And then lastly, I want to talk about polls. So polls are super, super huge when you are using your Instagram stories. It's for interacting with people. It's for you to connect with people that, you know, sometimes people are too lazy to just like message you or direct message you. And you can say like, I will usually do like 2 positive. So like, absolutely. And then hell yeah, or something like that. So it doesn't give them a chance to say no. So, you know, I typed, will you ... Oh wait, yeah. So here I took away me typing the question because you can type the question in a different way using text, and you'll see that in just a second. So here I clicked on to make a text. Oh, change my filter. And then I said, will I be seeing you at Summit 2019? And the cool thing here is that you can shift your text to be aligned to the left, the center, or to the right. And I think I'm about to show you guys that. So center, right, and then, so that now I have it aligned to the left, and then I want it down by the poll. And that's the question for the poll. And I'm sure you guys probably know that. Oh, and then, okay, so one last trick. This is the last thing I want to share. With colors, let me pause. You can, so you know when like say that you're sharing, or most people do this, that you're sharing like your client's response on an email and you want to block out like some of their conversations, or say you want to share a photo and you want to mostly blank out with color the full photo. So what you can do is if you click on a color and you hold your finger down on your screen of your Instagram story, it will turn the whole page a color. One sec. That probably does not make sense. But like now I didn't have to take the time to like literally use my finger and like color my whole screen. Hopefully probably people have, I don't know if you've known that, but like it saves you a lot of time. And if you wanted it to be that gradient color, you would pick that highlighting color to, you know, to make it cover your whole thing. Okay. So now I want to go into like when I'm physically talking about Instagram stories. And when I hop on there, I'm always like, I always have an intention always have a purpose of why I'm hopping on my stories. Like I'm not kind of like la-di-da-di-da, like I'm sitting here and, you know, I always will have like a purpose of why I'm on there. And so if you follow me, I just recorded what I did today right before this call, and I'll show you guys. And so one, I always make sure that I'm in really good lighting. One sec, wrong video. So sorry, you guys. Disorganized AF. Okay, here we go.
Hello and happy Sunday. I hope everyone's been having a wonderful day, whether you've been recovering.
So I'm in good lighting.
As we literally have, and I'm so stoked.
So we moved around furniture today, and I'm kind of like talking about the topic that I talked about, and then also my colors are coordinated. And then I talk about how I'm hosting a team call tonight, and I'm looking into the camera on my phone. Like I'm physically looking at this dot. I'm not looking at myself. And that's one thing that Carly taught me, because I used to like look at the photo of me on the camera. But you know, it's always good to like look at the camera, because then they know that you're looking at them. And then
I get to help host our team call tonight.
So I entertain.
Just
right.
Organize our whole
Let's keep watching.
I'm stoked because it means we have so much more room for activities to do a workout.
So you entertain, and then you educate.
So much energy, and
so I'm educating that I'm hosting a team call tonight.
That starts.
And then I'm educating that I was, you know, preparing for my prep week next week. And then at the end, normally I will tell that I, you know, like come join my boot camp or come join my workshop. I'll do a call to action. That's what I end with. But today I let them know that I closed, you know, my boot camp. And so tomorrow I always have something to be inviting, but today is kind of like a bad example, because I closed registration, and now I'm transitioning to, you know, coaching. So like my first half will be about my boot camp. I'm super loud about it on my stories. And then my second half is about coaching, and I'm inviting to coaching. So yeah, those are the two videos I have for you guys today. And then just a couple more tips that I want to share, well, that I'm going to repeat. And that's always tagging your location. Super, super important. Having it like a strategic plan and have it thought out of when you're doing on your stories. I will always record it and save it, and then I'll post it. I won't like, you know, I won't be like talking about it and then post and then talk and then post, because then, you know, I want it to be like organized. And there's also an app called Cut Story, and it's for Instagram. So you actually like make your flow of a story, and then you save it, and then you upload it, and it cuts it into 15-second increments. And then always using hashtags. So like say you're doing, you're like being a product of like Clinique, the makeup line. So you hashtag Clinique, say you like love Clinique or you love Starbucks, and then, you know, someone else who loves Clinique and loves Starbucks will, you know, find your page, and you'll make that new connection. Entertain, educate, execute. Okay, always remember that. And then I always love to think about sharing milestones, like my first paycheck or my biggest paycheck. If a coach, you know, reached a rank, always sharing those like small little steps in your business of success is super important to attract the people that, you know, are interested into that. And then, you know, tagging brands. If you wear Nike, if you wear Lululemon, Lorna Jane, whatever you're wearing, free people. And then that way, you know, they can repost your story, because you can repost stories, and make sure that on your settings it does allow you to, you know, let you repost allow someone to repost your story. And then how often to post. I would recommend doing it 7 to 10 times at least a day. You know, sometimes you hear like having that like top centipede at the line, like that you have so many videos is a bad thing, but I think that's like the best thing, because Instagram stories are your marketing tool. And that's like where you're going to be able to like show who you are as a person and your personality. And, you know, it's your biggest marketing tool. So, and live videos and IGTV. There's so many things about Instagram. I can keep going. But yeah, so this is just like a place of where people can get to know you and your day of life of like a coach. So usually I'll mix it with like videos, and then photos. So yeah, always have that mix, because you never want to have like a lot of videos of you talking and then no photos. So just kind of like interacting through Instagram stories is good, and just showing like what you do on a day-to-day basis as a coach and as normal person. And then the 3 apps I would recommend is Canva, WordSwag, and Over app. So those are like the 3 apps. If you say like we're doing a detox, hopefully you all are doing the detox, you can post and make that happen on your Instagram story. It lets you structure it the way of like the Instagram dimensions. Woo, that was a lot. I love you guys. And now I am off, and Cassidy is going to take the floor, or maybe Carly will first.
Okay, that was so good. I just learned so much. But so true. A couple things I just want to touch on that you said at the end too. It's like, I love the fact that like, entertaining and educating people, because I think a lot of the times we come onto our stories and we're like, let me tell you everything about what I've been doing as a coach and what groups I'm hosting, and let me just throw you a whole bunch of marketing materials from Beachbody. And it's like, no, it's like mixing your story and like marketing yourself alongside of your boot camps and stuff, and then making sure that like you're segregating things. Like you should not have more than like 5 snippets of you talking to an audience in a row, because people are going to be bored. Like how often do you sit and listen to somebody just preach at you on Instagram stories? No, it's supposed to be education and entertaining people. So that was perfect. And those examples, like I would have never thought of sharing my screen. That was so cool. Okay, I'm sure people are going to have questions for you, Angie, at the end, but let's hear from Cassidy.
Hey guys. Angie, that was awesome, and so many tidbits that I had no idea about. So thank you. So I'm going to talk about Success Club, and we all know that it's the bread and butter of our business, and we all overanalyze it. We all overthink it, and it's so simple, because you are simply just helping 3 people that month, minimum. So I am a full-time teacher. I'm a cross-country coach. I have everything going on my plate. I had every excuse possible as to why I couldn't make this business work and why I couldn't fit in an hour a day to plug into my business. So it was about this time last year that I reached out to my coach, Cassie, and I was like, hey, I am on the struggle bus. I can't keep paying for my Shaco if I don't take my business seriously and start earning income to help pay for that. So that's truly why I started doing my vital behaviors every single day, is because I wanted my Shaco and my Energize paid for. And then from there, I just fell in love with showing up every day for myself and for my business, and just mass producing everything that I was doing from that point on. So Cassie told me back, she's like, you need to read Eat That Frog and just get it done first thing in the morning. So that's what I did. And that's what I continue to do every single day. So I know that you guys know we do Miracle Morning. So I make sure that I hop on there with my team and get my workout done and my messages done before I do anything else for that day. I hate messages, and I hate starting reach outs, and I hate continuing those conversations. But if you're not doing that, then your business goes nowhere. People are not just going to flock to you. You have to build those initial conversations with people and make sure that they know that you are truly like their friend. You just want to help them. You just want to share this experience with them. So you need to have that connection with somebody. And that simply comes from having that conversation with them. So you need to make sure that you are doing your messages every single day. There's nowhere to go from there if you're not doing that. So eating that frog, whatever it is for you, make sure that that's the first thing that you get done. And then you don't have it hanging over your head for the remainder of the day. And you can move on with your life and get things that you enjoy. Making my business a priority. So I told you guys that I wanted my Shaco paid for. That was a priority at the time. And your priority is going to change, but it all comes back to making this a priority for your everyday life. So it doesn't matter what's going on in that day, but you need to make sure that you get it done. So logging into those miracle mornings, or eating your frog and getting it first thing in the morning, then there's no excuse to say, oh, I can't do it today because this, and this came up. Getting it done first thing in the morning shows that it is a priority to you and to every single one of your coaches and clients underneath you. And then focusing on your vital behaviors, if you are not reaching out, you're not doing your invites, you're not focusing on yourself, you're not doing your personal development, then you are not truly invested in your business. And those are things that you guys have heard time and time again, but those are things that need to be done. And that's as simple as that. Consistency with those 4 things is what is going to help you hit Success Club every month. It's what's going to help you rank advance in your business. It all goes back to the basics. And then if you want to push your business forward, you just 10x those vital behaviors, and you do that every single day, and you are as consistent as all get out and making sure that that happens every single day. And there's no reason that you can't hit Success Club. If you are inviting and then inviting 10 times that, you're going to hit Success Club. There's no reason that you wouldn't. And then going back and following up with everybody that has given you the excuse of no. Like, every girl that I signed up the past 3 months have been people that have told me no before. So you cannot forget about those people that have said no, or heck no, that's not for me. Or that was me in the very beginning. I said no how many times? And that's something that you have to think about when you are talking to your potential clients and coaches, is that how many times did you say no? How long did it take for you to hop on this journey? And so those people might just need to sit around and watch you a little bit longer, but you cannot forget about them. And you have to make sure that that's part of what you're doing for your business, is following up with those people. Another thing that was super helpful for me is just putting up my blinders and not comparing myself to any other coach in this business. I spent way too long looking at the Success Club leaderboards for Team Fight to Finish, and that's just a waste of my time. I haven't done that in months. I don't even update that one anymore, because if you compare yourself, that's seconds, minutes that you could be spending on doing your vital behaviors to help you reach Success Club. So block out what any other coach is doing, focus on you, focus on your business, and again, nothing can stop you. Tracking everything that you do. So my team does a Google Excel spreadsheet so we can all see what everyone's doing. But I, before that, was doing Win the Day, which I love because I'm a total pen and paper checklist. Like, can I cross it off yet? So win the day, win the week, whatever you are using, make sure that you are tracking those vital behaviors. And then if you want to push your business further, faster, 10x those vital behaviors. That's all it goes down to, guys. And you know that. It's just a matter of whether you implement it or not. So if you're struggling, my biggest tips, get it done first thing in the morning. Eat that frog, whatever it may be. If you have a Mac, I think it's only, I don't know, maybe other people do have it too, but Flume, Flume, it's an app that I used on my Mac forever because I just hated messaging, and it was easier to type it out on that versus spending hours on my phone. And then making sure that you are tracking everything. That way you can go back and you can see, what have I been doing that has not been helping me move my business forward? That's all I have.
That's so good. And it's so simple. I think people love to overcomplicate it. And that was like the perfect dedication to it, because yeah, it's so simple, and you're either consistent over time and you're successful, or you're not consistent, or you haven't put in the time and you're unsuccessful. Like, there's no secret sauce. And like, obviously we can spend all day making our Instagram stories perfect, but like at the end of the day, it's like consistency in those basics. Yes, becoming more educated on social media, because that is our storefront, is key. And if any of you guys are like, oh my gosh, like that's way too much information on Instagram stories, that's way too much information on social media, like, we're giving you these tools, guys, because like the better you are at social media, like the better you are going to be at this business, right? Social media is our storefront. So if you think it's like too much, like, get used to learning about social media, because that is where we run. Like, I run a 6-figure business off of an Instagram handle, you guys. So if you don't want to do the research about Instagram, fine, but like, that's what's going to build your business. That's your customer base. So make sure that you're putting quality content out there every single day, because like Amazon doesn't put out shit content, right? Like eBay or like, you know, Nordstrom, like they're not going to put out like crappy marketing materials, right? They put out the best of the best because they are the best of the best. So if you guys want to just either unmute yourselves and ask a question to any of the speakers, or if you want to just post a question in the chat, I can read them aloud and ask them, but can you just direct it to a person? So if you have a question, can you just say like Jordan this, or Angie this, or Cassidy this? I'll give you guys like a little bit if any of you guys have questions. And Flume is for Instagram messages. Yeah, it's like a plugin for your computer. And then you can do Instagram messages on your computer instead of on your phone. Yeah, Flume, F-L-U-M-E. Alyssa said, Angie, can you explain how you did the era inbox text one? The rainbow text one more time.
Yeah, I can. I used to be able to flip around my camera, but on my computer, but I can show you like physically how to do it. Okay. This is kind of hard. Okay, so I'm going to use this photo. Hopefully you guys can see this. And Carly, can you let me know if you can or not? Okay, so say like, you know, mountain climbing. Or what is this? Hiking. You can tell I don't hike. Okay, so I want to, you know, make it a black background. Well, you don't need to position it yet, but what you do is you highlight it first, and then you're going to hold down on the color purple, and then you're going to take your other hand, still holding down on purple, and swipe that blue button, or, you know, I don't even know what to call that, but like swipe it to the left while you're moving your bottom hand across the gradient. Does that make sense? Angie hiking.
Okay, we got it. Thank you. Okay. And also, you're hilarious. Angie does not like to hike. Angie would shop all day at Nordstrom. And on our diamond retreat, we all made her go hiking.
It's pretty funny.
It was the worst. No, I'm kidding. It was really fun. It was a great memory.
Wait, can Angie also explain the other thing, the erasing thing?
Oh, yeah. I like that one too. Okay. So say I wanted to change this color to like all pink. So you go to that little, you know, drawing line up here, you click on it, and then go to the color that you want to change the background. And you can also change, like, if you want it to be highlighting color, and then hold down, and then boom, you got a color. And then, you know, if you want to erase it, just like erase what you want to see.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be perfect for like, so a lot of times I'll share screenshots of like positive emails from clients or positive messages from clients.
Yes.
And I spend so much time whiting everything else out. Why haven't you shared this with me earlier? Okay, I love that. Any other questions, guys?
Oh, and you erase by the top, like, so once you're at the like color buttons, you go to the erasing button after you color the page. Wow, this is like super hard to explain. I should make a video on it. I can hook up something and like make a tutorial on it for you guys to watch on Team Root to Rise page.
Yeah, start your YouTube channel and do that. Have that be the first one.
Yeah.
Hold on, there's another question. Aline said, I have a question. I'm a new coach and was wondering if anyone is hosting a December challenge group, like Healthy for the Holidays. I'd love to co-host and get into the group of things. Yeah, so that's something to share. You could ask in the team page, or you could ask in the PS page. But yeah, usually if you just hop in there and ask, this is like a perfect time to kind of start planning for the December groups. Usually I do like a 21 days of giving group. I'll pair up with 7 coaches. We'll each have like 3 days in a row of like giving little gifts, whether it's like, you know, usually they're like $5 to $10 gifts. But it's always fun in December to do something like that. So yeah, I'm sure there's other coaches that would want to do it with you.
I'm going to answer a question about the polls. Someone asked, have you gotten any success doing the call to action, yes and no poll? So some days you'll get, you know, reaction, and some days you won't. So you need to be like doing that every day or every other day to make sure that someone, you know, not everyone's on Instagram looking at your story every day. So make sure that you're, you know, being interactive with that. And it doesn't always have to be about a boot camp. You could talk about, you know, like Nordstrom's or Lululemon or hiking or shopping, you know, like something to like get them to interact with you and be like, oh, okay, this person's like looking at my story and interacting with me and wanting to like share their opinion. So then that could be a way for you to reach out to them.
Question for Cassidy. How do you prioritize what's most important to start with in the morning? I like, for example, a power hour, getting your workout in, reading your PD, etc. How do you prioritize all that, Cassidy?
So my number one priority, because it's the thing that I hate most, so I get it done very first thing, is messages. But it is completely up to you on what you struggle with most. Because if I didn't do messages first, then I would come up with every excuse like, oh, I have to get my workout in, I can't do that yet. Or so it's just dependent on what your number one struggle is. How many invites do I send daily? It really depends on the number of conversations that I've been having. Minimum, I do 5 to 10 a day, but I always try to do more than that. But again, it just depends on the flow of the conversations and how many are ready to move to that step.
Kendall has another question for you, Cassidy. When you have someone who wants more info, do you immediately send them a video or do you like describe it with words?
So I ask them, I want to get them out of Instagram. So I ask if Facebook or email is a better place for us to continue to discuss goals and get them more information about it. That way, if something ever happened to Instagram, I have that ability to continue having a conversation with them. Preferably, I like email, but some people don't check that. So I give them the option to choose. And then I continue to ask them goals about what their priority is, what they're struggling with, what they've tried in the past. So to do like a little challenger interview with them. And then afterwards, I give them information about my group.
Love it. Anybody else have any other questions? It's been a long call. Thanks for all the knowledge, guys. So much goodness. Yeah, Hannah. Anybody else? Last call for questions?
There's one more for me, Carly. They said, how you touch on the importance of tracking everything. What do you use specifically to track everything? Excel, Google. So I tried Excel, but I am a pen and paper. So I use the High Achievers playbook and I absolutely love that. I'm sure they probably have a sale going on for Black Friday. But it's a notebook and I just write everything down in there. And I'm sure as my business continues to grow, I'll have to transition to electronic, but right now pen and paper through High Achievers Playbook works for me.
Megan asked if you could share the your Excel team tracking that you talked about. Could you share that like in a team page or something and I can forward it?
Yeah, Cassie actually created it. So.
Oh, okay, cool. So you like track everything alongside your team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, pen and paper, there's no right or wrong way, guys. Like, personally, I tried TeamZ. I hated it. So it didn't work for me. Jordan tried it. She loved it. It worked for her. Pen and paper works for Cassidy. I am a firm believer in Google Streak. Like, there's never going to be a tracking system that's going to change your business. It's all about, like, the work that you do. Because I think a lot of times, like, my focus, especially when I did TeamZ, I was like, oh, I'm going to download TeamZ and I'm going to be successful. It's like, no, like, you just have to keep showing up. And TeamZ is awesome. But, like, you know, it's November 18th. If you haven't hit Success Club, now is not the time to install TeamZ. Now is the time to go hit Success Club. So prioritize, like, the things that you want. Like, if you want to reorganize your reach outs, like, that's great, but do that like after you've hit Success Club, after you've hit your recruiting goals, so like you have those, again, those priorities that Cassidy was talking about, doing the things that are the most important first. Awesome. All right, well, thank you guys so much for hopping on, and we'll see you 2 weeks from tonight, or I'll see you guys on the Miracle Mornings tomorrow. But thanks for hopping on, and I'll share the recording to this call so you guys can go back and take more notes. I'm going to, for sure. All right. Oh, I'm going to take a boomerang really quick, or a picture, if you guys don't mind. Can everybody smile? I'll post it on the same page. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Nice. All right, bye guys. Have a good night.